When it comes to manipulating the content on your site, it's really not that hard, but there's so much potential that it can often be overwhelming. First, you're going to want to come to the page section and you're going to want to select the page that you're actually going to edit. In our case, let's go ahead and just go to the About page and see what all we can add here. Once you actually select the page, you can either manipulate the content that is currently on there or you can choose to add new content. Now again, by simply running the mouse over content, you're going to have different options as far as what you can do. So if I want to change the text, I can click here, change the font, size, whole 9 yards. But again, there's even more editing sections by clicking on the actual font icon, and I can actually access source code, I can add background properties, layout properties, and even really decide how it's going to be displayed on many different objects. Again, there are many different settings that must be properly configured for the content for it to actually look and feel the way you want it to on the site. So, a great way to when it comes to adding content is you're going to typically use either the widgets or panels tools. Now within the widgets, you have all these different types of content you add. For instance, let's add blank product listing. We'll drag and drop it on there. And again, you can see all this content. And again, it's a little intimidating. There are many different variables that you can change here, but it's better to have all of these options and choose to manipulate them than it is to have no options and be stuck with whatever your software provider gives you. So once you actually add content, like in this case, actual product listing, you're gonna wanna go through these different settings to make sure that it is exactly the way you want it to be. Again, it's as simple really as clicking these, and because everything is being updated in real time for you, it makes it much easier than essentially editing the content in the back end of the site, saving it, and then going back to the front end to see it how it actually is displayed. Again, there are many different tools within here, and you can actually even choose the content itself and start manipulating it right from there. Now, again, most people are going to be selling pre-decorated products. They're going to be adding text or photos or images. And again, this is when you're often going to want to use the panels section. The panels have essentially pre-formatted widgets that are easily to add to your site and then just change the variables. So in our case, let's go to text blocks. And we'll come down here and we'll click this main title and we're going to drag it right there. Now, again, we have complete control of this content. By just selecting the different types of settings tools, you can choose all types of ability as far as cloning, deleting, changing the background image or color, or even just where it's going to be located on the actual page. Again, all of the content is broken up very easily to be manipulated, and it's going to be 100% responsive. So when you go from a desktop to a tablet to a phone, it's all going to be displayed properly and be very easy for the customer to navigate. When it comes to editing the content, it's really going to come down to experience. The more you play with the widgets, panels, design, and page tools, the more you'll find that they're not that hard to manipulate. They just take a little bit of experience. Just being able to change something real quickly like that is very powerful. You used to have to use some type of advanced web coder to actually make all of this customization possible. And again, make sure that it's going to look good on all types of devices. If you have any questions on how to manipulate the content on your affiliate website, please do not hesitate contacting us. Thank you.